What's up, guys? I just wanted to make this quick video because it's kind of regarding a Reddit I saw, and then also just in general. So, sorry, I just noticed something was a little dirty. I gotta clean it. But basically, I was asked by someone if I was trans. She knew. I know, girl. She knew based off of my scars and knew trans people. And I wasn't offended by it because it takes a lot to offend me, and I am trans. I'm not necessarily going to deny it. It's kind of a time and place thing, but for the most part, I did not deny it with her. Let's put it that way. But again, it's time and place. But my point of this is I was also on a subreddit for dating, and someone said they've been talking to someone for 2 days and they think they're trans, and they've been in kind of a sexless relationship for 3 years, so sex is really important, and they kind of wanted to know what the person was working with. Should they ask the person? And the overwhelming consensus was no, you should not ask the person. Let them come to you. But I bring this up especially with people knowing more and more information is out there on trans bodies. There are more and more people coming out. It's becoming more normalized and acceptable in society. So my question is, what is or what isn't someone else's business? Is it appropriate for people to ask someone if they're trans or not? No, we don't ask people if they're cis, but we also make that assumption. That's reality. You see someone, and 9 times out of 10, you assume this is a male, this is a female, this is how they're presenting themselves. We use words, we use language, it's how we communicate. So, the brain is kind of trained in this way. So, I don't know. I was just curious, what are your thoughts? Is it appropriate ever? Okay, obviously, time and place again. Is it ever appropriate to ask if someone is trans? How offensive is that? Where is the line between what's someone's business and what is not someone's business? Because the reality is, whether it's trans-related or not, people ask all kinds of questions. You don't always have the smartest people out there either, right? Or people with the best at or who are the best at articulating, or whatever, right? Common sense varies person to person. So, what is inappropriate in terms of that? What is appropriate? How should someone go about doing that? Do you find it offensive if you're a trans person and someone asks you? Yeah. I mean, personally, I don't find it offensive, but there's a time and a place, and usually I don't answer that because I personally don't find it's anyone's business. But yeah, that's just me. So I know my animals are just going to be so demanding of my attention. But yeah, how do you feel? And yeah, sorry, it's hard to articulate. I got the dog, I got the cats. This is dad life, single dad life, okay? You got 3 children, you got to care for, they're just needy all the time. But yeah, how do you handle that? Is it appropriate? Is it appropriate to ask someone if they're trans or not? If so, when is it appropriate? What are those lines? What are those boundaries? And how should we, as transgendered people, approach this going forward? Because really, at the end of the day, it's up to us to set those boundaries with other people. Drop them down below.